Hello and welcome everyone in the fifth video of Computer Systems and Organization Part 1. We are going to see memory units in detail in this video. So let's move on. In the last video we covered this classification of memory unit chart. So let us see ROM, RAM, flash memory, optical devices, magnetic memories in details. As you know, RAM is a volatile memory. You must have learned this in your secondary classes when you've learned basics of computer, that memory refers to the physical devices used to store programs, right? Now, this term primary memory is used for the information in physical systems which function at very high speed, that is RAM, as a distinction from secondary memory, which are physical devices for a program, and data storage, which are slow to access but offer high memory capacity. So the primary memories are RAM, ROM, cache memory. Part of cache made up of high speed RAM, so that is why we are saying cache memory as our primary memory. Primary memory stored on secondary memory is called virtual memory. Now this is something extra should you know. So what is a volatile memory and what is a non-volatile memory? Volatile memory is computer memory that requires power to maintain the stored information. Computer memory that requires power to maintain the stored information. RAM is volatile. You know, for example, you must have seen in chemical factories or your nail polish remover of your mother or any girl who uses nail polish knows that nail polish remover is volatile in nature. It's kind of a spirit. So RAM is volatile. Why? Because whenever RAM is used in the system, whatever information or data which is stored in the RAM, if you shut down the system, the information or the data gets deleted, gets removed from the RAM. Again, when you switch on the system, the RAM knows nothing about the previous data and starts afresh. So whatever was there earlier gets volatile. And what is non-volatile memory? Computer memory that can retain the stored information even when not powered, even there is no power. So ROM is non-volatile in nature, read-only memory. By the name itself you can understand that in case of read-only memory, even if you switch off the power, read-only memory keeps the data and instruction as it is. For example, in ROM BIOS, the firmware, pre-written ROM BIOS, pre-written programs which are used in system configuration, they are kept when the computer is shut down. Next time when the computer gets started, when you switch on the computer, when you give the power to it, it takes the information from the ROM BIOS, those firmware, those pre-recorded, pre-written programs, they are executed and you get your desktop in front of you. So these information or data which are stored in ROM, they are stored even when there is no power to the system. So that is why we say them as non-volatile memory, right? So ROM is non-volatile and RAM is volatile. Random access memory looks kind of like this. It's an 8 GB DDR4 RAM image which I have given. RAM can be both read and write in nature. Hold the programs, operating system and data required by the system. Is generally volatile, meaning that it does not retain the data stored in it when the system power is turned off, as I have already said. Data that needs to be stored while the system is off must be written to a permanent storage device such as a flash memory or hard disk. So always keep your data saved. Whenever you are working on any data, keep your data saved somewhere so that it doesn't get deleted once the power gets off. And an example is a mobile phone has 128 KB or 256 KB of RAM to hold the stack and temporary variables of the programs, operating system and data. This is an example which is said. RAM memory is volatile in nature, and RAM chips are of two types: dynamic RAM, that is DRAM, and static RAM, that is SRAM. Dynamic RAM is what? Is a type of random access memory that stores each bit of data in a separate capacitor with an integrated circuit. So these are the capacitors which hold the charges, which are there with dynamic RAM. Inside the dynamic RAM, there are capacitors which hold the charge when the power is there. When there is no power, the capacitor discharges and it holds bit 0 when there is no power. When there is power, when there is charge in the battery, in this capacitor I mean, then it is holding bit 1. So capacitor can be either charged or discharged. These two states are taken to represent two values of a bit, conventionally 0 and 1. And capacitors, since they leak charge, so they need to be refreshed periodically. Because of this refresh requirement, it is a dynamic memory as opposed to SRAM and other static memory. So it is dynamic because at one point of time there may be charges there and it is holding some information. At another point of time there is no charge, it is not holding any information, and again when it is refreshed it gets charged. So it is happening dynamically, changing whatever gets keeps on changing is known as dynamic. So dynamic memory. And transistors and capacitors used are extremely small, billions can fit on a single memory chip. And DRAM is volatile memory since it loses its data quickly when power is removed. So this is about DRAM. And what is the SRAM? SRAM, they are made up of flip-flops, semiconductor memory. Flip-flops are binary cell capable of storing one bit of information to store each bit. See how SRAM looks like. This is the image of SRAM. And static differentiates it from dynamic RAM because dynamic RAM needs refreshing. It needs to be refreshed to get charge, but static RAM it doesn't require any kind of charge or refreshing charge kind of a thing. So SRAM exhibits data remnants, but it is still volatile in the conventional sense that data is eventually lost when the memory is not powered. But for the time being, it keeps its data. SRAM is expensive, of course. It is used in specialized applications and less dense than DRAM, and is therefore not used for high capacity, low cost applications such as the main memory in personal computers. They are actually made up of DRAMs. SRAMs are quite expensive and they are used in specialized applications, and also in SRAM is also used in personal computers, workstations, routers and peripheral equipment, or CPU register files, internal CPU cache and external burst mode SRAM caches and other things, etc. LCD screens and printers also normally employ static RAM to hold the image displayed to be printed. Okay, so this is all about SRAM. So the difference between these two: SRAM uses transistor to store a single bit of data. SRAM does not need periodic refreshment to maintain data. SRAM structure is complex than DRAM and it's expensive than DRAM, and SRAMs are faster and they are used in cache memory. Whereas DRAM uses a separate capacitor to store each bit of data. DRAM needs periodic refreshment to maintain the charge in the capacitors for data. It is simple in structure. DRAMs are less expensive as compared to SRAM, and DRAMs are slower than SRAM. DRAM are used in main memory. So this is all about RAM and its type. So quickly give a recap of this, and let's meet in the next video on classification of ROM. Thank you.